Hello, my name is Mark-Christian, and earlier in this summer I went to Hanoi in Vietnam to film a documentary for Blue Dragon Children's Foundation. Blue Dragon Children's Foundation is a charity in Vietnam that helps street kids get off the street and gives them a second chance at life. It helps them out a lot, and when I was there I was touched at everything they do for the kids. If you want to donate to them, a link to their donations page will be in the box below. It'll also be annotated later in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share this video with all your friends so people around the world can see what amazing things Blue Dragon is doing for kids in Vietnam. Hope you enjoy the video.
Blue Dragon Children's Foundation is an Australian charity that works in Vietnam with street kids, young people who've been trafficked and very poor families. We help kids go to school, but to do that we help first of all with their problems. For example, we meet a lot of kids who are homeless, kids who've been kidnapped and trafficked, and our job is to get them home, get them to safety, and then get them to school. At first, when I was meeting these kids, I was looking around to see, well, who could help them? And I was going to other organisations or looking for who else, which government department should be looking after these kids. And finally I realised, well, nobody else is in a position to help, but I am. You know, I'm here and I'm worried about these kids. And that was how Blue Dragon started.
Hello, my name is Ken. I'm from Hue, the middle of Vietnam, and now I'm living in Hanoi at the shelter which Blue Dragon have. And I'm from Blue Dragon. In 2005, I went to Ho Chi Minh and I was working on the street selling flowers. I met Michael at that time. 2006, 1 year later, and a lawyer who is named Bun, working for Blue Dragon now. And I met them on the street. They was asking me about why do I selling flower on the street, and they asked me, do I want to go back to school to get education, and then I answered yes. And at that time he took me back to my hometown on the train in 2006 on the summer, and I stayed in my hometown for a month. After that I talked to Michael that I want to go to Hanoi to get a good education, and then he took me back. He took me to Hanoi and lived in a Blue Dragon shelter, which is house 15. And I was started going to school in Hanoi in year 6, in the first secondary. And I have been in Blue Dragon until now. It's almost 8 years now. In 2009, there is a scholarship given by Chatsworth, and I got it. And then I went to Singapore like 2009, at year 9, study there. I think I'm lucky to get a scholarship and study there and met so many friends from different countries around the world, and I learned more things about it. It is very good, and yeah.
I grew up in poverty in Australia. My parents were factory workers until I was about 12, and then we moved out of the city and we lived on a block of land. We lived in caravans on this big block. We're about 30 kilometres from the nearest town. And life was really, really tough. So, years later when I found myself in Vietnam, I found myself meeting kids who also were really poor, from rural families that had nothing, and were making huge sacrifices so that their kids could go to school. A lot of the street kids we used to meet, for example, they had dropped out of school to earn money so their brothers and sisters could go to school. So that really resonated with me, that idea of living in hardship but wanting a better life. Blue Dragon meets kids in all sorts of situations, and when we meet them, we've got to work out what's their need, what can we do that will help. So we have staff, social workers who assess the needs of the kids. That involves talking to their family if they have any, talking to their community, finding out their personal history, and then working with the kids, really collaborating with them to understand where they're headed in life, what they want out of life. We then make a plan, and for some kids the plan might just be for a couple of weeks. It might mean making a plan to go home and be reunited with their family. For others it might mean years. We have some kids at Blue Dragon who've been here for 10 years. When we met them they were maybe early teens and had never been to school, and they dream of going to university. And so our assistance is very practical. It means helping them go to school year after year, helping them with their studies, giving them a place to live. But every child is different, and so everyone needs a different approach to helping them.
Hello there, I'm Rhiannon. I'm working with AOG World Relief Vietnam, and I'm here in Hanoi working with young girls running a program called Shine. Shine is a program which helps girls to understand their value, their strength and their purpose. So the young girls here at Blue Dragon, who I'm currently running a group with, they are aged between 13 and 17, and they are all been identified as girls possibly at risk. So we are looking at building up their self-worth, their ability to make good choices in their life so that they have a good outcome, they have a life that becomes what they want. So AOG World Relief Vietnam has been running these groups in Vietnam now for about 5 years. Mostly they've been running down in the middle of Vietnam, in central Vietnam, around the Da Nang, Quang Nam provinces. So I'm in Hanoi running groups for them now, and we'll be partnering with different NGOs and various organisations to help build up young women in Vietnam so that their futures are much brighter. We are hoping that by teaching them that they have a purpose in life, that they will make choices, and today the power of choice is what we have been teaching them about. So they've been learning about they have the power to choose how to respond or react to situations, teaching them, giving them emotional vocabulary so they can explain their feelings, and then helping them to know how to say what they need to say to people and empowering them in that way. It's been a really fun session today. The girls are really getting involved in it, which is great to see. And you can see that just while we're running the group that they're building a bond between the girls, and they are being more able to support each other in the future.
Hi, I'm Deb and here's Tung,
My name
my
is Tung.
colleague. So we're teaching the disabled kids how to swim, and we normally doing it that like in the summer holiday, but in this time the kids have school holiday, so they have free time to join the swimming class. But the other time they have to spend all day at school, so that's why the reason we do it in the summer holiday. So yeah, we trying like to teach them how to swim, the basic skill, because a lot of Vietnamese kids, they don't know how to swim and even breathe in the pool. So.
And teach disabled kids how to swim
little bit difficult than other kids. But sometimes we have a trouble with communication, and sometimes we try to explain by like body, to how to explain very clearly for them how to breathe and how to use the hand and use the leg, how to kick it. It's quite difficult, to teach them like other kids.
Yeah, because they kind of they have disadvantage with like no legs, and also they have to like concentrate, focus in something. So you need to like to to think like and to do how to keep them focused on what we telling them.
Đi Kiên, cháu đi bơi chợ rừng xanh, chợ có dạy kinh bơi tự rồi. Anh Tùng,
Anh gì nữa?
anh Điệp,
Chị gì?
chị Phiên.
Phiên bơi lâu chưa?
Lâu rồi ạ.
Mấy tháng rồi?
3 tháng nữa.
3 tháng biết bơi rồi đúng không?
Rồi ạ.
Đi bơi có thích không?
Có.
Có. Lần sau có muốn đi bơi không?
Có. Xin cảm ơn.
Làm gì đây? Chơi quá. Ui.
Không có gì ở đây này, thảo lên.
When the kids they come here and they learn, they learn life skill and they learn to act like sing or dance, or they learn kung fu. And when they come here, they can eat lunch here, and they have to setting for lunch and do by themselves. Like they have to wash the dish and sleep here. Yeah.
Blue Dragon employs about 6 young people who used to be kids in our programs but who've grown up to become staff, including the chef, some of the guards, and one of the most impressive young people around is our outreach worker, a young man named V. V was a street kid about 10 years ago. He'd come into Hanoi to support his family by earning money shining shoes, and his job now is back out on the streets, but this time he's out there looking for the kids who are homeless. V and his team, they go out every night. They're on the streets of Hanoi. They're in the places that are a bit dark and dangerous. Their job is to find kids who are in trouble. So they find kids who are sleeping rough, kids who've just arrived in the city. And I can't underestimate the importance of what they do. They meet kids who, without their help, are going to be kidnapped, taken away, arrested. V's job is to get in there before all of that bad stuff happens. And they've got an incredible success rate with the kids that they meet. They get kids who've run away from home, sometimes from villages hundreds of kilometres from Hanoi, and they successfully reunite them with their families. V does quite an incredible job here in Blue Dragon. We're very lucky to have him on the team.
Hi, my name is V. I am an outreach worker for Blue Dragon. I going out on the street. Normally at midnight, I meet street kids. About 10 years ago, I was one of the street kids who are same like them, who the kid like I'm working now. So I came to Hanoi when I was 14 years, and my job was signing shoe for for people on the street. And the reason I do that because my family were very poor and they didn't have money for me to go to school. I earn money about $2 per day, and at the end of the month I save all the money and help my parents to pay for my sister school fee. After 1.5 years working on the street, I met Michael, who's the founder at Blue Dragon. And Michael and Blue Dragon helped me to go back to school and helped me to live in a house with 6 other street kids. I study computer English classes and I work in the 5-star restaurant, and after a few years I was the bar supervisor at the Intercontinental Hotel. And during that time I still come back to Blue Dragon, sometimes to play with the kids or sometimes help staff to rescue kids who have been working on the street. Street kids are kids who run away from home to come to Hanoi. The kids who working on the street are selling chewing gum, selling flour, or kids who working on the street with their parents, or kids who going out on the street and stealing or in gang group. So my job is to go out there to place where they sleeping or where they working. I go there and make friends with them. I provide them food, clothes, and sometimes medicines. So I just make friends with them. And after I building church with them, I try to find out their story. I want to help them to get off street and go back to school. I like to help the kids who like me before, so I want to help them to get off street and to get a better chance for their life. The kid in the picture, he 14 years, street kid. He been in Hanoi about 6 months, and on that day he got beaten up by a group of other street kids under the bridge, and other street kid beat him up, take off his clothes, and left him under the bridge. And one of the kids called the ambulance and called me. So the ambulance took the kid to the hospital, and I went to the hospital and helped the kid to take care of the kid and take him to the X-rays, talk to the doctor, and I contacted his parents. After he stayed there for 3 days, I helped him to get back to his home, and now he's staying with his mom in the countryside.
Blue Dragon support comes from a really wide range of sources. We get donations from individuals in Australia and Singapore and Europe. We have some schools that support us, some other charities. But every year as we work out, who are we going to help and how are we going to do it, we have to pull all of that funding together like a jigsaw puzzle. And so we're always looking for new support so that we can help more kids. More money to Blue Dragon means more kids get rescued out of brothels, rescued out of factories, rescued off the streets. And we work hard to make sure that the money that comes to us gets used very, very well. We don't have money to spare or to waste. So we use that directly for the kids, and we're very proud of what we can achieve with the donations that we get. We especially need money for our rescue work, including of the street kids and girls who've been trafficked. And we welcome all donations to help us make that work real. Through our website, streetkidsinvietnam.com, and through Facebook, you can find out about what we're currently doing and where we need money the most to help more kids.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And please don't forget to share this video around the world with all your friends. If you want to donate to Blue Dragon, there will be a link to their donations page in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys next time.